Hello, concurrent enrollment instructors for ACAD 101. This is Carissa. I just wanted to show you a new resource that I have discovered. I've been meeting with our major exploration advisor here in our office, and she gave me this great website, which I'm sure that some of you have already seen and maybe use this, but I thought this was such a great tool. I wanted to get this out to you guys as quickly as I could so that you can use it in your upcoming year. This website is called Roadtrip Nation. The website is just roadtripnation.com. So, what I think this resource is going to be really cool for is career and major exploration. Now, oftentimes, career and major exploration aren't differentiated, so I want to make sure that we are doing that with students. I would like the focus to be more on what students can get with their education instead of focusing on one specific career, focusing on a major or subject that they like, and then realizing all of the different careers and the different ways that education could potentially take them. I know some students are already know what they want to be, already have an idea in their head of a career, and that's great, and we definitely want to support them in that. So this might be an area where we want to um, have a little bit of personalization for students, even though sometimes I know that that can be difficult. But I want them to definitely focus on education. So if you're doing a career project, I want you to try to think of ways that you can focus more on education and potentially seeing what other careers students might get. Because as you know, as we all know, things usually rarely end up the way that we planned, and that's okay. So I think that this website is a really cool reference or resource for that. So Roadtrip Nation, this is the landing page that you'll find when you go to the website. What I think is really cool is that you can just skip right over here to career exploration. Just start looking at all these different things. I think they're really cool. Let's look at the roadmap first. This is just a 3-question quiz that your students can take. So, what interests you the most? I lose track of time when I'm hearing about, and then they have a variety of different things that they can select. So maybe I lose track of time when I'm learning about environment and nature. What else interests you? And I'm also into, let's get crazy, engineering. What lights you up at the core? It doesn't matter what I'm doing as long as I'm being creative, communicating, sharing stories, helping people. And then it's going to bring you a list of matches. So these are top leaders, and these are people with particular careers, particular educations that can speak to those interests. So let's take a look at Keith, Chief Science Officer, Natural Energy Laboratory of Hawaii. So what is cool about this is now you can explore his career path and explore his um, road trip, basically, his road to success. So there's several videos that you can watch of him. Milestones, my road in life took a while to figure out, and then there's all of these milestones. So students can see, hey, you know, sometimes it's not about a linear path. It's about lots of different milestones and lots of different stuff. Education. So he has a high school diploma, an associate's degree, and a bachelor's degree. So that's interesting. Like, he's the chief science officer and he only holds a bachelor's degree. So that's an interesting little fact about him and his career. I run an environmental program pioneering ocean energy technologies and sustainable development. These are all of the things that he does day to day, skills. Like, this is really great. This is stuff that students often have to go out and find, and maybe they don't find what they're looking for. Challenges that I've overcome: first generation college student. I didn't have mentors in my family to coach me on the difficulties of college or to show and help me transition into a professional career. Very interesting. We talked about first gen students at our training. Um, Anyways, so there's um, lots of cool information in here. I'm gonna go back to the page that we were on earlier, and then there's just so much information here. It's so awesome. Let's look up here. All leaders. So these are all of the people. So there's 875 total leaders that you can have your students go through. You can sort them by name. So these are all particular people by name, but also by interest. So if someone's interested in engineering, they can look in engineering and see all of the leaders. This is just such a cool website, and I'm sorry if I'm totally behind on this. If you guys have already seen this and you know it and you use it, that's awesome. Um, but I just thought this was super cool. Interests. So say you have a student that's interested in the armed forces. Here are people, leaders within armed services. So this is great for not only college, but any path in life that your students might be taking. Okay, look at, it's just so cool. Okay. Themes. So if you particularly, or your student wanted support and encouragement, maybe they want to have a career or something to do with that. Tons of videos. This actually, Road Trip Nation was actually a television series for a while. I think they are still a television series, but I don't know where you would watch that. Foundations. So like, I love being physically active, so here are the people that their jobs and lives revolve around being physically active. Very, very cool. So that's the career exploration side. I picture this being something that you could have students compare a couple of different leaders, a couple of different jobs. Um, if you had actually know who this person is, it's very cool. So related people, so you can continue like compare a couple different people with the same job, compare their milestones. This is just awesome. Okay, road trips. So on the road trip side of it, you can actually go and look at the different road trips. Community college road trip, One Step Closer. Like these are videos that your students can watch. This is just really great website. Again, my apologies if you've already seen all of this, but I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. Anyways, so thank you, and let me know if you have any questions, and I would love if you start using this in your class, please, please, um, let me know how you're using it, and let me know what kind of um, assessments, assignments, what your kids are doing, what your kids think of this. Do they love this? Do they think it's a cool resource? Yeah. So, thank you.